Yeah. Are you racing? Okay. Here, I gotta start this. I gotta pull you down somewhere real quick. Okay. Welcome everyone in to the Talladega Superspeedway for Season 3 of the McCullough Motorsports Little Dog Big Dog Racing Series. This is race number 4 of a 10-race season, and we are here at the Talladega Superspeedway for 75 laps in NASCAR's Xfinity Series car. Here you see Cody Eagles going around for his qualifying laps. The man from Rolla, Missouri here in the 6 car. And it looks like he's going to go close to the top of the board here, and that he will, as we are live on the PGR eSports Network. I'll be your host tonight, Michael Triscaro. We're going to have a live in-race reporter, Matthew Baker. He is on track tonight. He'll also be joining us up here in the booth. And we will have 4 webcams for you here tonight. Matthew Baker, Tyler Vickery, Jared Haynes, and Evan Carlbon. So we'll hope to share some of those guys with you here tonight, but looking forward to get back calling this McCullough Motorsports Little Dog Big Dog. Had a little hiatus, maternity leave, helping my wife out here the last couple months, so glad to be back here on a Sunday night for McCullough Motorsports. It's been a little bit of time here, but looking forward to jumping back in this booth and catching some awesome team racing. Just to kind of get a backstory on this event, all of these teams in here are made up of 3 driver teams, and they were all drafted based off of different flights of drivers. So I'll try to bring you that list. There is 3 teams already locked into the championship race, and that'll be team number 6, Cody Eagles, Tyler Vickery, and Zach Range. Team number 11, and there are 11 teams in this series, that'll be Jeff Merck, Austin Green, and Chris McCullough. And the last team locking themselves in is the first team, Matthew Lee, Tucker McClendon, and Danny Barnes. So those are 11. There's 11 different teams. So we'll see if another team here tonight will be able to lock themselves in. I believe if any of those 3 teams were to win the race, it'll go down to the next team. So we should get another team locking themselves in here just in an hour, about an hour and a half here tonight. So looking at the race flyer here as well, looks like we're going based off 42 drivers, so about $760 in winnings here tonight. 75 laps at Talladega, 80% fuel, and 1 fast repair. As the grid is getting set right now, we'll bring you down live to the grid and take you through the starting field here tonight. And it'll be the man from Nightmare Esports, Cody Eagles on top. And Austin Green, good to see him, usually broadcasting here for PGR eSports. He will start on the outside front row. Row number 2 will be Vicente Guerrero and J.R. Miller of Team PGR. Matt Lee will start in the 5th position here tonight. Teammates of Vicente and Cody here tonight. Justin Mills of BAR, he will start in the 6th position. Matthew Baker of NBG, he'll start in 7th, and Jeffrey Merck, his teammate, will start in 8th. Landon Velicki, well, I'm going teammates here, normal teammates, probably not the right teammates here for tonight, but kind of used to a lot of these guys being teammates. But Landon Velicki, he will start 9th, and Devin Ray will start in the 10th position. Dylan Basin, 11th, and Joshua McCullough will start in 12th here tonight. Starting in 13th will be Ethan Eckert, and Richard Elliott will start in the 14th position. Starting 15th will be Jared Haynes, and 16th will be Mark Vondell. Christopher Carter will start in 17th, and Zachary Range in 18th. Danny Barnes will start 19th here tonight, and Mark Math in 20th. Starting 21st will be Jonathan Herbert, and outside of him will be Tyler Vickery in the 22nd position. Corey Cook will start in the 23rd position, and Sean Corbett will start 24th here tonight. Evan Carlbon will carry a onboard camera here tonight. He'll start 25th position. James Waring will start in 26th. Dylan Jones, as always, usually doesn't qualify. He'll start in the 27th position here tonight. John Ward for Hyper will start 28th. Heath Jobe will start 29th, as Brock Westmoreland will start in the 30th position. Christopher McCullough will start 31st, and Kenneth McCullough 32nd. And rounding out your field here tonight, starting 33rd, Joey Allen, and 34th, Joey Galati. So 34 drivers here tonight. A very strong field here in week number 4 of the Little Dog Big Dog Series. And my apologies. I'm so used to everyone just being on their normal teams, but these teams are all different over here, and we'll try to run you through a couple of those teams here while we have a second. And Matt Lee, Tucker McClendon, Danny Barnes, that'll make up a team. They are locked in. Christopher McCullough and Trevor Ashronoff, Brock Westmoreland, they'll make up a team here tonight. Josh McCullough, Joe Horta, and Joseph Allen will be on a team, as well as Kenneth McCullough, Ron Morris, J.R. Miller. 5th team, Logan York. I do not believe he'll be in this race here tonight. Landon Velicky and Mark Math. Team number 6 and locked in, Cody Eagles, Tyler Vickery, Zachary Range. 7th team, Devin Ray, Chase Mistretta, and Joey Galati. 8th team, John Ward, Chris W. We'll have to go see. Not sure if he's in the field. We have also a Richard Elliott on that, or Josh Giambroni on that team as well. 9th team is Ethan Eckert, David Sheets, Richard Elliott. The 10th team, Garrett Maines, Mark Vondell, Justin Mills. And the 11th team already locked in as well. That'll be Jeff Merck, Austin Green, and I believe that is Chris Carter. So those are your teams, and a lot of them trying to vie for a championship. And not all the drivers in this race are vying for a title, but they're here to race for money, so it makes for an interesting and a fun night here to call on PGR eSports as the pace car is heading off down to pit lane. It'll be Cody Eagles and Austin Green here on the front row as we get set to go green here for 75 laps at Talladega Superspeedway. As all the engines come to song here in the Geico restart zone, we are green here at Talladega. One lap here in the books tonight. It's Vincente Guerrero on the high side here in that green and black True Value. Looks like one of those old IROC paint schemes, as he's going to lead here early here in the middle lane, getting pushed by Austin Green in the 33 here tonight. And so far, actually, we're going to go 3 wide right away. So much for keeping calm here early. Looks like the 26 machine of Joshua McCullough here on the top in the Camaro. He's going to lead the charge in the 3rd, and the 60 of Jeff Merck, he's going to look to go 3 as well. So right now, business already picking up here. You do have a fast repair, so if something does happen early, you'll be able to recover from that one here. Looks like Zachary Range up there as well. Not the Zachary Range, looks like his car. We'll have to see who that is on the top lane here in the 2nd position. Trying to get used to some new paint schemes here, and a little bit difficult to figure out all the different teams in this one, but we'll try to do our best. That is Zachary Range up there in the 043. Jeff Merkin, the 60, here he comes with a full head of steam. Getting a solid push here from Joshua McCullough, 3x3, about 3 or 4 lanes deep already to start this one, and no one's wasting any time here tonight. Looking to get to the front here early. A little bit more single file back in the pack here. And right now, Vicente Guerrero able to get to that bottom lane. That's going to open up the door for the 33 of Austin Green here in the center. Jeff Merck going to get a strong push. He's going to inch just ahead of the bottom 2 lanes here. He is clear to the middle, and the 60 is clear. He will get right down in front of Austin Green, all the way down here in front of Vicente Guerrero. A power move for the 60 as the 25, Joshua McCall, he comes down. It's racy here early. Here comes the 5, Matthew Baker as well, pushing Zachary Range up front. So I'll tell you what, whatever temperature they have right now, that 3rd lane is working, it's moving. And it's nice to see a lot of racing action here early. Zach Range actually going to lead that one. Great, solid push from the 5 there on top. And I'll tell you what, if the action's going to be like this the whole night, I'm very excited to call this race. Matthew Baker's going to get a little loose, come down here into the center lane and park his Chevrolet. That's going to open up the door here on the top side for the 1-2-4 of Tyler Vickery. Baker's mom in the chat. Let's go, guys. Wants us, everyone here watching tonight, to like, share, and follow to help the page. We very much appreciate that. Tim Anderson. Hi, Mike. How are you? I am doing okay here tonight. Glad to be back here on a Sunday night, calling a McCullough Motorsports race and getting to enjoy it with all you guys here watching the broadcast tonight. Vicente Guerrero is going to lead lap number 5, lap number 6 of 75 here right now. Long way to go here tonight. 80% fuel, so fuel not going to be too big of an issue here early. You do have that fast repair if you need it. Getting a live look right now of Jared Haynes, always one of the coolest setups here in the money racing community. Strapped in the seat belts, strapped them in tight here. Jared Haynes on the wheel here early. And he's going to be here back in the 14th position. Hometown of Huntsville in the OSM black and gray Ford. Riding right behind the 12 of Ethan Eckert. Also carrying an onboard here tonight with Tyler Vickery, and he has been racy here early as well. You saw him get to the front, and now mired back here in the 17th position from Orlando, Florida. Does a lot of racing at New Smyrna Beach racetrack down there, pretty famous short track. Not too long ago, took a top 5 in the PGR eSports SummerSlam 499. Had some connection issues at the end of that race, and luckily was able to bring it home 5th, I believe, and also win a butt kicker that day. So props to Tyler Vickery on that one. And we're also following on board here with Evan Carlbon. He's now here in the 22nd position. Hometown of Berkeley Township, New Jersey. Kind of burst onto the scene during the recruitment races for that SummerSlam 499. Was able to win 1 or 2 of those, so nice to see some new faces here sticking around on the PGR eSports network here, and also not only that, joining some of the other money race promotions. And awesome job that McCullough Motorsports does here on Sunday nights in providing a different team aspect than you normally see throughout the week. And last but not least here, also an onboard camera here tonight is going to be Matthew Baker. He is in the 7th position right now. Hometown Magnolia, Texas. Now resides in Florida. He's going to be on the high side, 4 deep here behind Austin Green. And we might have an issue here early. It looks like the 60 of Jeff Merck, he's going to be, oh, he's going to get pushed under the apron. He's going to be able to get back in. Matthew Lee's going to let him back up. So no harm, no foul here, but it looked like we almost had a big one here. As they are getting racy here up front. Not sure Josh McCullough is doing. He's going to come down in front of the 6. We do have a blinker up there. It looks like Tyler Vickery. Speak of those connection issues. As Matthew Baker, our onboard camera, he's going to go right here to the top. Get a great push, and he might. Nope, he's going to finish that lap in the 2nd position here. 10 laps into 75, but Zachary Range is able to push the 5 clear here to the middle. And the 5 here now looking to get to the lead. Using up that 62 here, Landon Veliky behind him, another driver that has fared really well. A newcomer here in the last month or two to the Money Racing community from Lake Martin, Alabama. Races for OSM normally throughout the week. Landon Veliky on the 5th team consists of Logan York and Mark Math. So tell you what, Logan York being out right now, Landon Veliky is the leader of this team, and we have a wreck. J.R. Miller involved. He is hard into the wall. And our first caution of the day is going to come out here on lap number 11 of 75. J.R. Miller, a lot of damage here on his Ford. That red, white, and blue machine, that PGR eSports driver, drives on a team in this series, I believe, with Ron Morris and Kenneth McCullough, a team not yet locked into the championship. And that looks like he's going to be headed to pit lane in that Trump Ford Mustang to get a fast repair here tonight. Not sure if it'll be just, you know, I'm not sure if he'll be able to just take some damage repair there. That thing looks pretty beat up. And not good for J.R. Miller here early. We'll have to take you back to the caution itself and try to figure out what went wrong here. It looks like Zachary Range may be collected as well. All right, here's J.R. Miller. We're going to get on a chopper cam. And take you in slow motion here. You see J.R. Miller leading the top side here. And he is going to be turned by the 043 of Zachary Range. That's going to send him up into the catch fence right there. Damage to Range. Tyler Vickery, maybe some front right damage, but looks like he was able to come through unscathed. There goes the back bumper of that 78, I believe. As our first caution out here tonight. We'll rewind that one back one more time. Get a closer look at the push here from Zachary Range. Looks square right there. He's going to get offset. Yeah, he's going to offset a little left. And he's just going to push a little bit through the 78. Nothing egregious there, but EOL probably will be assessed to the 043 as Zachary Range puts the 78 into the wall here early. That'll send that 78 machine down to pit lane. And we are live here for everybody diving on the pit lane right now. Getting Sunoco race fuel. It looks like a fast repair was had there on pit road for J.R. Miller. As you see some more cars come off pit lane. As they will fill up with that Sunoco race fuel. A lot of them probably taking some left side tires maybe. And some even a little bit farther back. Maybe getting 4 Goodyear fresh rubbers here tonight. Lap 12 of 75. And in the lead right now being shown, that will be, I believe, Austin Green. If we can get back live here. And it'll be Austin Green leading right now. Cody Niegels in second. Joshua McCullough being scored in third. Jeff Mark in fourth. And Matthew Baker rounding out your top 5. Well, that's the first caution of tonight. Just to go over the schedule just a little bit, the schedule ahead here in the McCullough Motorsports Little Dog Big Dog Series. This is race number 4 here at Talladega. We are going 75 laps here tonight if you are just joining us. Race number 5 will be next Sunday. It'll be in Daytona. for 75 laps in the Craftsman trucks. A week after that, we'll head to Atlanta Motor Speedway. That's always a fun one. 120 laps there in the 87s. Wow. We're going to take the 1987s to Atlanta. Man, that one will be a heck of a race to call. I have yet to see that format or that car track combination. So that'll be interesting to watch. A week after that will be race number 7 on September 15th. That'll be back in Daytona Beach, Florida for 75 laps in the Xfinity Series car. Race number 8, that'll be September 22nd, back at Atlanta, this time in the Craftsman Truck Series. And race number 9, that'll be the last race of the regular season, last chance to get yourself and your team locked in to the championship race. That'll be on 9/29, so September 29th. That'll be in the 87s at Talladega. And then it'll all culminate on 10/13, October 13th. Looks like might be a week off before that championship race. And that'll be in Talladega in the NASCAR Xfinity Series and 125 laps. So that'll be your championship race on October the 13th. And yeah, getting close to the halfway mark of this season, and these teams are going to be anxious to lock themselves in. 3 teams locked in thus far here on the year. You can get your team locked in by winning the race, or if a team already locked in wins the race, it'll be the next highest finishing teammate from there that will get their team locked in. Looking at the week ahead, I believe the Monday night Dega Pro Little Guys Series Championship race is not tomorrow night. I believe it will be a week from tomorrow. So Dega Pro Little Guys Series will have an off week. Tuesday night Thunder at Ron Morris Racing. That'll return on Tuesday night. And if I look at their season schedule, that should be at Daytona. And Daytona will be in the Xfinity Series. And PGR eSports off this week on Thursday. And it looks like Ron Morris Racing will host a race in place of that for Thursday. So that is your week ahead here in the Money Racing community as we get set to go back green here. Austin Green leading them down from Embry-Riddle University. We are back green here at Talladega Superspeedway for the second time here tonight. Austin Green, a great start here. Cody Niegels to his outside. We had some crazy racing here to start tonight. 3 wide practically right away in this one. And then some good action here so far. Josh McCall made his way up here to the front. You see him there on the bottom pushing that 33 machine. Matthew Lee third in line here on the top side. As here comes, I believe that's Richard Elliott. Here in that black and white paint scheme done by Heath Job. Always great to see his paints out here on the track. Another guy newer to the scene, been racing in some of these races. That's Corey Cook in the 61 in that green and white machine. Seen him out here a couple times, holding his own. Racing up here in the top 10 right now. A little bit farther on back, James Warren here in the 5 Miami Dolphin paint scheme. Cool looking scheme right there for the 5. And you got some guys hanging out a little bit farther on back. Dylan Basin. Ooh, we got a second caution here tonight. So just like that, caution is out yet again. We were going through the field, so we'll have to find out exactly what happened here. It looks like Tyler Vickery, Sean Corbett, James Waring possibly involved. We're going to take you right back to the spot of the caution. And just, man, what a ride you are going to see here of James Waring. Man, we were going through the field talking about him. I wish we would have stayed on him because he is going to take one heck of a lick and go straight up into the air, spinning end over end. A vicious hit for James Waring here in the 5 car. As we slow things down, I'll tell you what, it looks like he got loose here. You see that nose pointed straight down the racetrack. He's going to come down, get into Jared Haynes. It's going to send both him and Jared up the track into the catch fence. And look at that 5 machine somersaulting end over end. 2 or 3 different times there. What a lick for the 5. There goes his hood. Lots of damage to Jared Haynes as well. Wow, what a wreck here for James Waring. I can't wait to watch that back in real time here. Watch this. Real time. James Waring here in the 5's going to come down, get loose, get into Jared Haynes, right up into the fence, somersaulting, end over end, ends up on 4 wheels, luckily. A little bit wreck up ahead. That's Sean Corbett, Tyler Vickery. A lot of damage for both of them as well, so we got to get the onboard here of James Waring. That cockpit view is going to be something. And we'll watch right here. That almost gets me dizzy to watch that one. James Waring, a heck of a ride here tonight, as he's going to need a faster pair. Hopefully he was able to get the pit road without towing. I'll tell you what, Sean Corbett as well. It looks like Tyler Vickery also. We'll have to see if this is related to what happened with Waring. I'm not sure. It probably was. We'll have to see. Oh, looks like that Corbett might have been turned as well shortly after that. We'll go on John Ward here. Let's take a look with John Ward, the driver of the 92 Hyper Motorsports machine. See if we can't get a look at what happened a little bit in front of this incident here. We'll go slow motion again here. So you see the first wreck here. It's caused by the 5. He's going to get loose, come down into the 7. They're going to shoot right to the wall at 190 some miles an hour. John Ward's going to come down a little bit to try to avoid it. Ooh, and it's going to be net code on the 92 and 45. So the net code right there, them just trying to avoid a wreck. And that's where you get, man, Sean Corbett almost went for a ride upside down. John Ward hard into the wall. And that net code action there of them just trying to avoid the wreck is ultimately what is going to cause the damage for both of them. Right now, I'll tell you, a new leader up front. That's going to be the 199 of Mark Math as we get caught back up to the lead pack here. Try to pull up the track temp here tonight. Showing that weather, 68-degree ambient temp, 92 track temp, so not super hot track temp. I don't know if James Waring just lost it there, but man, what a vicious wreck. Some more people out here in the chat tonight. Big Roost, hell yeah, to the dude running the Bloomquist skin. That's awesome. Rip Bloomquist. So yeah, rest in peace to Scott Bloomquist. We'll have to try to go through the field and try to find that paint. And Capical, that's Logan York. And well, I didn't even see that till now, but I was able to answer that question because we got to see the wreck a little bit farther ahead. And that net code, unfortunate for John Ward and Sean Corbett. Thomas Parker in the chat as well here tonight. Nice to see these guys watching the Little Dog, Big Dog series. Big Roost poking some fun here at Mark Math. Getting a little bit of a laugh out of that here tonight. But nice to see Mark Math up here leading. We'll see how he will do on this restart. We are 18 laps in of 75. 80% fuel here tonight. And all these guys keep getting fuel here on these cautions. That's the second caution of the night. I believe it could be Richard Elliott carrying that paint scheme here. We'll see if we can get zoomed in on Richard Elliott's machine. And there it is. Yeah, that's it. And awesome looking hot rod there. A pretty cool scheme for his appreciation and memory here of Scott Bloomquist. We take you back up front. It's going to be Zach Range, Mark Math lead him down here for the third time tonight. And we get to the Geico restart zone. The green flag is in the air yet again, and we are 2 by 2. A little bit farther back. It looks like single file here on the back bottom lane. So maybe some cars thinking about taking it a little easy now. We've had a couple cautions and some torn up race cars and probably a lot of fast repairs here, or used here early. See how Mark Math can do up front here early. Jeff Merck looking to peek out here on Cody Neagles for some air. Zachary Range here on the high side, getting a great push here by the 6 of Cody Neagles. Bring up the track map tonight. Everybody here in this main pack right now. Problems early for Heath Job. Actually, I'm not sure if Heath Job turned a lap here tonight. Justin Mills, early issue, Sean Corbett, James Waring, Vicente Guerrero. So 30 on back. Struggling just a bit right now. They'll need some cautions to catch back up. Tyler Vickery at the end of, I believe, nope, Tyler Vickery back here all by himself right now. And there's going to have a string of cars here. Evan Carlbon and Christopher Carter, Dylan Jones out here. All these guys hanging out in the back. So they are still in the main pack, just a little bit farther on back. Mark Matt's going to get shuffled back to the second spot here on the bottom. Zach Range able to clear on down to the bottom. That opens up the door for the 6 of Cody Neagles, getting pushed by teammate Jeffrey Merck there in a brand new paint scheme for him. That thing is looking sharp. Looks like some red and black camo. Sporting the American flag here on the back and the PGR 500 logo that was just created in that event. Hopefully will be one of the biggest events in iRacing every single year, and the first one set to take place at the end of January 2025. So if you are watching, we hope to all have you back for what should be one of the biggest events of the year, the PGR 500. As business picks up a little bit, Zach Range is going to get pushed all the way down underneath the apron. He's going to come back in the track, able to blend back in. Cody Neagles a little bit out of sorts here. Whew. We have some racing here. I'll tell you what, they're going to keep it together. Matt Baker on the top. He's looking to come back to the front. Now he's had that 62 behind him here tonight of Landon Velicky. It looks like they have a little bit going on together right now to get Matthew Baker back up here to the front. Mark Math might have been intentional to drop to the end of the field. Matthew Lee surges ahead. Great push there by Richard Elliott. And we've been racy. We've been racy since the drop of the green flag here tonight. And it doesn't matter how many laps they have in this one. They all want to race, every single one of them hard. Matthew Lee now your leader here on the bottom. Jeffrey Merck's going to lead that middle lane as we go back to 2x2. Brock Westmoreland a little bit farther back. He's going to get that third lane going with the 94 of Christopher McCullough. Matthew Lee clear here to the top as the 6 and the 04. The guys you usually see up front, they've made their way to the front right now, and they will control both the bottom and the middle lanes. And look for maybe the 5 of Matthew Baker to hop up here as the 4 of Brock Westmoreland coming with a run. And that he's going to do. Called that one out. There goes the 5. But jumping in front of him is going to be, I believe, the 61 of Corey Cook. He's going to think better. He's going to drop back down. It's going to be Baker now leading the top lane as Cook comes back up to it. It's going to be a 4-car train here on top as they look to get to the front. So here comes that third lane once again. Chris McCall is going to go to the middle. So they're going to lose a driver there. Off the pace just a little bit now. John Ward, he's going to drop underneath the apron. Merck's going to come up. Here goes Jeffrey Merck to the lead. He's going to get pushed by Corey Cook. So I'll tell you what, if you get some takers in that third, it does work. 3 by 3 now, 4-5 rows deep. As action is back and picked up here in the front of this field. 24 of 75, about to be on lap number 25. As we are going to get close to the 1/3 mark of this one. Matthew Lee's going to lead that lap. As we are 4 wide now. Corey Cook to the outside lane, 4 wide here at Talladega. I'll tell you what, it's some crazy racing here. A little bit farther back, you see Brock Westmoreland. They're going to all just maybe get back in line. Matthew Baker's going to fall back just a little bit as well. Haven't talked about it much here tonight. Ethan Eckert kind of minding his own business here on the bottom, keeping his car clean. And that might be the ticket to get into victory lane here tonight, is just keeping that thing clean. Joey Galati, you see him right here in the 661. Kind of doing the same thing as well. Not pushing the envelope here too much too soon. Landon Velicki, see them? He's going to be third in lane here on the middle row. As that third lane is going to come back once again, led by Austin Green, Jeff Merck, and Matthew Baker. I'll tell you what, Austin Green might be a broadcaster, but I'll tell you when he's in that car, he can win these races. I've seen him do it in just about every single type car on these super speedways. And you put him out there, he can get the job done. As he gets cleared down here into the middle himself. We'll see if we could get a live interview here tonight. And before that, no, big wreck here in the tribal. Joey Galati hard into the wall. Multiple cars involved. That's going to bring out your third caution here of the night. Looks like Christopher McCullough, Jonathan Herbert involved. Just unfortunate here for all those guys. We're going to take you back to that right away here in the tri-oval. And keep an eye on Joey Galati here on the bottom as we try to sort out what happened here. We'll take it in slow motion. There's Joey Galati riding the yellow line here. Christopher McCullough above the hash. Yep, Joey Galati just didn't see him. He's going to come up a lane, turn himself up into Jonathan Herbert and into the catch fence. And Jonathan Herbert, hard impact, lots of damage for him. And multiple drivers are going to take the grunt of this one. As you see right here, Joey Galati probably just didn't see Christopher McCullough coming. He's going to drift up a little high here in the tri-oval. And he's going to start this chain reaction event here, 61 into the 87. It's going to stack the field up into Evan Carlbon. Damage for him, big damage for Evan Carlbon. 94 can't keep control. He's going to head straight into that catch fence as well. So 4 cars with very heavy impact. And if they still have a pass repair left, they're going to need to take it. I believe Christopher McCullough as well got into somebody as he came back down the track. Looks like Mark Vondell in this one as well. So third caution of the night here. We go back live on pit lane. You see all the cars taking more Sunoco race fuel every chance they can get. Maybe some left side tires, maybe no tires at all, but we will race them off pit road here. Cody Neagles will be scored your race leader. 28 laps in of 75, third caution of the night, and no patience so far by any of these drivers. And we'll see if we can bring one of them up here into the booth. We'll see if we can get a word with Tyler Vickery. Tyler Vickery, you got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Well, trying to find some guys in this Discord to interview. We're going to start with you here tonight and going to go try to find you here on the scoring pylon. I'm showing you in 19th position, and I'll tell you what, man, there's no patience here on the track tonight. Third caution here early, and man, tell us what's going on out there.
Trying to avoid the wrecks. That first wreck that happened where my teammate Zach Range accidentally bumper hooked JR Miller, that got a little bit wild. I thought for sure I was going to have some kind of damage, but ended up having like no damage. And then that second wreck, I ended up, the 14 got into the back of me. I know he was slamming hard on the brakes, but still had enough momentum that it destroyed my back bumper. And then Zach tried to help push me, and that ended up backfiring as well because it knocked off the back bumper, but got everything fully repaired. Still have the fast repair, thankfully, because I didn't get enough momentum to catch back up to the front of the group, so I had was all by myself there. So the caution that just came out now, that was helped out a lot, to say the least.
Well, for sure, and we're looking at the team list here in the Little Dog Big Dog series. You're teamed up with Cody Neagles, one of the best here in the Super Speedway Money Racing community, and Zachary Range. Your team is locked in, so luckily for you guys, you're solid into that championship race. What is your team goals here as you guys have about, 6 races to go until you get to that championship race? Is it, just try to get some money position, split that money? Is that where your team's at? Trying to still go for some wins?
Trying to get we all, me, Cody, and Zach, we want to still get wins and stuff, whatever we can, because it just gives even more confidence knowing that we're one of the better teams. I mean, and then especially when it comes to the 87s, I know Zach's still learning a little bit of the 87s, but like the 87s are pretty much bread and butter for both Cody and I. I mean, I had an unfortunate gotten spun out on our first one, but the other two upcoming races later on, I mean, Cody and I know we can be the top guys in the 87s with all the experience we've got. So it's just pretty much trying to see what we can do, finish up in the money positions, finish up even try to get some more wins, just to prove how dominant our team can be.
Well, Tyler, we appreciate you talking with us here tonight. Good luck the rest of the way, and hope to talk to you here later in Victory Lane.
Yes, I'm hoping so too. Need one of these.
Absolutely. Well, that is Tyler Vickery. He is racing with Cody Neagles and Zach Range, as they will get back to green flag racing here in just a second. And thank you to Tyler Vickery. Always awesome to catch some interviews with these drivers during some of the caution laps, and we get set to go back green. Cody Neagles is going to lead them down with his usual teammate Matthew Lee, but I'm sure they are going to work together just a little bit, even though they are not necessarily teammates here tonight, as the drivers all will get to the Geico restart zone again, and we will go back green here at Talladega Superspeedway. All the drivers screaming off here into turn number 1. See if we will get some calm down racing, because we've had quite a few torn up race cars here early, and possibly a lot of fast repairs already being used. So we'll have to see how things are going to shape out. Now you might get some guys dropping to the back to kind of take it easy as we go. We might not really see a green flag stop here tonight if we get any more caution. It's not looking that way at least. We are going to like to see him. And we'll see if they stay too wide, or if we get any takers here that are impatient, wanting to get to the front, and we do already. Here goes Cook. He's going to go right out to the third lane. Brock Westmoreland, almost contact with the 61. As you see the 23 above Cook, that's going to be Joseph Allen. So they want to get to the front here. Ethan Eckert getting linked up with his PGR teammate Brock Westmoreland here in the center lane, as Vickery comes into play as well. So those guys usually teammates. you have to see, you know, how that ends up playing a factor into this race here tonight. We go back up front. Cody and Eagles now going to lead the middle lane. Josh McCullough, he's had a good race so far. Steady race for the 26 machine of Josh McCullough. Landon Belicky as well. A quiet, practical, all top 5 here tonight for Belicky. As he's waiting to pounce here and get to the front of this field. JR Miller's making a comeback. You saw him. He was collected in the first caution of the night. Had to take a fast repair early. And that MAGA 78 machine back up front here. And digging for some more. Here comes Brock Westmoreland on the outside lane. He's been getting to that outside lane as early and often as he can here tonight. Looks like Tyler Vickery might do it. Yeah, he's not. Matthew Baker might not be happy with Tyler Vickery. He's not exactly making a quick decision. It looked like he was going to go up to that third lane and come in front of the 4. It looks like he's going to do it again. Maybe he's just getting some air, but little maybe indecisiveness there out of the 1, 2, 4. Jared Haynes there carrying another onboard camera. And he was also a driver caught up in one of the cautions here tonight. Now he's made a comeback back here into the top 10 as we are 3 wide again, 5 rows deep, 6 rows deep almost now. And man, I thought things would calm down just a little bit, and it's, I don't know, it's a Sunday night, it's the end of the weekend, and nobody wants to calm down. Everyone wants to get to the front and tear him up. We'll have to see if we have any race cars left after this one. Jared Haynes, though, see him sawing on that wheel there in the bottom right-hand corner. Intense right there for him as he is here in the middle lane, that sucker lane that I like to call it. And unless you're riding in these cars on track, I'll tell you what, that lane sometimes with the way the air moves around, get a little squirrely here and there, especially at Daytona when it's a little bit tighter. We'll get you a shot right here of the onboard. Jared Haynes looking to suck up here to Richard Elliott. Little bump there in the triangle as we get close to turn number 1 here. You can just see, there goes Matthew Baker, come right here in front of Jared Haynes. Doing a good job right now, Jared Haynes. Side draft that bottom just a little bit, try to get to the back bumper of the 5. And he'll work to be about that close, and no need to push the 5 right now, so they'll get full head of steam here into turn number 3. Lap car there on the top will give way to all these leaders. That's an awesome shot there of the cockpit. And also the roll bar and gyro cam give you a really good indication of the 33-degree banking here in the corner, and you can just see how much banking that truly is. Another man on the move carrying a camera here tonight. That's Matthew Baker, as he is now leading the high side here. Another cool looking paint scheme there in that gray and black PGR Intimidator Superspeedway Series machine. Coasting Thunder on the side. And getting a nice push here from Austin Green. Got some chemistry right there on the high side. Brock Westmoreland still up there as well. Matthew Lee's going to clear on here to the bottom. Joshua McCullough now, that's going to open up room for him here to operate in the middle lane. Landon Belicky, it looks like Zach Range is kind of hanging out here on the bottom. Safe spot to be if something does happen, able to peel on down to the apron. So 3 wide action practically all night long. To get to the line here, be lap number 38 oncoming of 75. So we are getting there. Just past halfway here tonight. As Matthew Lee does a great job of getting to that middle lane, and here comes Belke on the bottom. That could be the first time he might be able to lead tonight. Cody Neagle is going to take that outside lane right in front of Matthew Baker. So some excellent shuffling up front here. Belke to the middle now. And he might take the lead for the first time here tonight. Zach Range on the bottom. Here comes the guy we haven't really spoke about all night long. That's going to be Devin Ray here in that 2-car. Third in line on the bottom. The Jack Shack. And the teams, we'll have to see. I don't believe I see Devin's name on any of these teams. Yeah, I do. Team number 7. So Devin Ray is with Chase Estrada and Joey Galata. I did not see Chase Estrada in this race. Joey Galati is being scored in 21st. So right now, leading on that team would be Devin Ray, a team not yet locked in to the championship. So Dev trying to make his way up here to the front to get his team locked in here tonight. Right behind him is going to be, I believe, Danny Barnes. And Danny Barnes, his team is already locked in. He is on a team with Matthew Lee, Tucker McClendon. Don't see Tucker here tonight, but they must have been last week's winners. PGR eSports just took over broadcasting for McCullough Motorsports again here on Sunday nights, but just kind of getting back into the swing of things with who has won and who hasn't. And I believe it was the team of Matthew Lee and Danny Barnes, Tucker McClendon, that got the job done last week. So Belke here to the point at Talladega on the bottom lane. He's going to clear it to the middle, doing an excellent job right now. Is Landon Belke changing lanes and keeping the cars behind him cool. 3 wide here to the start-finish line. Completed lap number 41. There's some pretty intense racing here. Ooh, wow. Belke's going to wash up just a little bit. Thankfully, he's able to get back down into the nose of Matthew Lee. Cody Neagle's now a great shot from the 5 of Matthew Baker, and that's going to get Cody Neagle's clear all the way to the bottom for the 6 Extra Life machine. Matthew Baker did a great job of getting Cody clear of the field there, and a lot of times when you do that, unfortunately, you don't get clear yourself, and you got to get some more help to get back up to the front. You're going to drop back just a little bit as you see that 5 do, but he's got a good pusher behind him right now in Austin Green. Belke back down here to the bottom. Ethan Eckert right now, he's going to be shown here in the 14th position. And surprising, he is being very patient here tonight. We'll possibly see if we can bring Ethan up here while he is on track racing. Not sure if he is not in here anymore. I know he wanted to do it, but I do not see him in the Discord. But Ethan Eckert on a team with David Sheets and Richard Elliott. Not sure why he is not working with those guys in the voice chat. Maybe they're somewhere else actually here tonight. See a lap car go down right there. I believe that is Christopher Carter, if I'm not mistaken. Jeff Merck, Brock Westmoreland trying to keep that third lane going up there with Austin Green. Baker was able to get back down here to the middle lane. Smart move by him. Dylan Basin in the field here tonight. Really good up-and-coming driver. Mainly doesn't really do too much super speedway stuff, but when it comes to all the other regular normal tracks out there, that's a guy that is looking really stout in iRating as well. Close to a 60, well, just over 6,500 iRating. Puts in a lot of work on the sim, and good to see him come out here and try to fight all these guys that do this night in, night out on the super speedways. As Ethan Eckert onto the apron, you see him get loose. He is saved. Oh, he's going to save his car, file back in line, so big scare there for Ethan Eckert. He's able to keep it on the track and go out on his way. Matthew Baker now leading that top lane. And look at the front runners right here. Cody and Eagles on the bottom, Matthew Lee in the middle, and Matthew Baker on the top. Doesn't get much better than that here on a Sunday night. But I'm curious to see if Austin Green can get that 5 machine up. Austin Green has not been pushing the envelope too much with his pushes. Doesn't really need to this early. 30 laps to go. He does get that 5 clear to the middle. So the 5 is cleared to the middle. Brock Westmoreland now, I'll tell you what, he's been up there fighting tooth and nail to try to keep that third lane going. He's going to look to push 33 now to the front as Matthew Baker clears down to the very bottom lane. Some really good racing here right now. That would have been a photo finish right there between Austin Green and Matthew Baker. Austin Green might have led that lap actually. The 4 is going to get a little hot. That's why he's going to separate right there, and he's going to come right back here down the Alabama Gain super stretch right to the back bumper of the 33. Somehow, someway, Ethan Eckert chatting with people here in the chat that, yeah, you better keep 2 hands on that wheel, young buck, because looks like you almost went for a ride. Little team turmoil, it looks like, over there in the team at number 9 between Ethan, David, and Richard. Man, you gotta get that going because they need that communication to try to lock their team in. It ain't a time to dislike one another, but man, we just talked about those 3. That's the 3 strongest drivers in this field. Oh, and Matthew Lee's gonna turn the 5. Matthew Lee's gonna hook the 5 straight across the field. Looks like that might also take Cody Neagles out as well. Just as we're sending some praise down there to the 3 guys, it looks like Matthew Lee's gonna get in to Matthew Baker. We'll go back and take a look at this one. Get in far chase mode here, try to see it a little bit closer up. Yeah, Matt, it looks like Lee's going to get, they're going to come off the turn a little bit right here. And oftentimes, I say it all the time, when you come off the turn and you start pushing, and especially in these Xfinity Series cars, you're not lined up, it might hook the car in front of you. I like to be a little bit more patient, maybe wait just a little bit longer, especially here while we're still early in the race. We'll get back to that far chase mode here and show you exactly what happens to Matthew Baker. And Matt Lee is just going to come down a little bit. You see him slightly offset left, right there. And as soon as he gets offset and push comes back up, nothing egregious, but that's what happens in these cars. That's going to send the 5 into the 6 and off pace here. And we see that time and time again, and unfortunate there for the 5, but he should be able to work his way back up to the front. And you'll see Cody Neagles right here. Nowhere to go for Cody. Just here on the bottom as the 5's going to come straight across his nose. And not going to be able to save that one for the 6 as he's getting pushed by the 62 of Landon Velicki. So damage to the front end of the 6 and to the left side here of the 5 of Matthew Baker. As we head back live as all these cars come down pit road yet again. Top off with Sunoco Racing Fuel. We're just getting close to about 25 laps to go. You're going to want full head of fuel, and we should be practically close, if not be able to make it the rest of the way here tonight. And we'll see, actually, while we have a second during this caution, it'll be a good time to see if we can get a word with Matthew Baker. Matthew Baker, you got a copy?
Yeah.
Well, you were leading there on the middle, and unfortunately a little offset push there is going to turn you down the racetrack and off, but better now than later. What'd you see there?
Well, I don't want it at any time, honestly. I mean, we don't have to pit anymore, so it's going to be a fight to get back up to the front. But I don't know, he was just offset by a little bit, it looks like, and that's a lot in these cars, especially with the net code. So, but oh well, we'll get back up to the front. I'm not worried about it. 25 laps to go, and a bunch of squirrels in front of us, so you can get around them.
Oh yeah, that indeed. It's been a pretty wild race to call up here. It's been plenty of action, 3-wide action. Nobody is really wasting any time when we get back to going green. Is that kind of how you see it? And I would expect probably the rest of the race to be the same way.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be a wild one for sure. I'm not pitting anymore unless it's to take my fast repair, so we'll see how she works out, see how the tires do. My lefts are going to be killed here because I didn't have another left set to put on, so but we'll see how she holds on with just rights.
Well, you heard from the boss right there, Matthew Baker in the 5. He's going to try to make his way from the back to the front here tonight. And the 5 will wish him luck and get hopefully a word with him later if he could get back up in to the front and maybe even possibly go to victory lane here tonight. As we get set to go back green here at Talladega. 25 laps to go here. So 2/3 of the way now. 4th caution of the night. Your leader right now is going to look, it's scoring Austin Green as your leader. I believe it's Cody Niegels, not quite sure. I'm not even sure how Cody was able to stay up here in front, but here he is somehow leading the race with Austin Green. Devin Ray going to try to lock his team in here tonight. Doesn't have much help with Chase Mistretta not being in the field. Joey Galati having some issues right now. He's still on the lead lap, though, being shown in the 26th position. But Devin Ray right now, a lone man on the totem pole up front for his team, going to try to get it done. Hopefully his teammate can get to him and give him some assistance here tonight. Jeff Merck doesn't have to worry about that. His team already locked in. Corey Cook, as he's being shown right now in the top 5. A strong run for him tonight. Looking through the team list, not sure if I see his name, so he's just racing for some money here tonight, racing for some pride, so he doesn't care about these teams tonight. He's going to try to get to the front and go win this thing, so let's keep an eye on the 61 machine of Corey Cook. Dylan Jones now, you know, he always likes to start in the back, but here he is making his way into the top 10 for maybe the first time here tonight in that all-white Ford Mustang. As Austin Green and Cody Niegels are going to lead us down to green yet again here tonight. At the green flag back out at Talladega Superspeedway. We have 25 laps to go. Who wants this one here in week number 4 of the McCullough Motorsports Little Dog, Big Dog Series? Cody Niegels, your leader here on the bottom lane. His team already locked in as well, but you know him. He wants to keep collect collecting those wins, collecting that money. But he's got some hungry drivers behind him. Austin Green's team locked in as well. He's the teammate of Jeff Merck and Chris Carter. So you got a lot of guys running up front that are already locked in. I mean, your top three right now already locked into the championship race. But, man, I'll tell you what, they want more. They're greedy. They want those wins. They want that money. They're going after it here tonight. Going to shuffle Devin Ray back here into the third spot on the bottom. Jeff Merck now is going to be your leader here in the middle, and he's going to lead that lap just over Austin Green. We've had an action-packed night here on the PGR eSports network here at Talladega Superspeedway. These drivers all trying to get to the front early and often. Hence the 4 cautions here tonight. We'll see if we can go green a little bit longer this time. Austin Green clears to the middle lane. Matthew Baker looking for the third lane a little bit farther on back. You heard him during the live interview. He wants to get to the front. He's going to waste no time to do that. He's got help behind him in the 71 machine of Evan Carlbahn. So we'll see if Evan can get that 5 machine pushed back up here to the front and try to bring that 71 machine back into play as well here. We'll go farther back here with Evan. He's just going to kind of settle back down here onto the bottom groove and trying to stay out of harm's way here in that New York Ranger Camaro. John Ward now a player here. He's going to be second in lane here on the top from Augusta, Georgia. So John Ward trying to get his team locked in. His team of Josh Giambroni, which I believe is not racing currently. So, and then Chris W is one I do not know who that is, and probably somebody I know, and I'm just not thinking of them. They're not in this race. So John Ward trying to do this all by himself tonight, and if there's one man that can do it by himself, it's that 92 of John Ward. So we'll keep an eye on him right now as we have a little, looks like we have someone off the track a little bit farther back. Not sure who that was. Looks like James Waring, he had some issues here early tonight. And he's off the track. Back on the track though now. And you see your leader Austin Green and caution back out here for the 5th time tonight. We're just trying to get you to see that speed here on the backstretch. Austin Green almost 190 miles an hour before that caution flew. So we'll have to see it. Ethan Eckert might be involved in this one, and yes he is. Torn up race car here for the 12. And he was minding his own business for most of this night, and I'll tell you what, it looks like there was a big wreck here in the back that we might have missed. Keep an eye on the 12. He's going to be in your 3rd lane in the picture in that snap-on black and red-white machine. He's going to come on down in front of Matthew Baker. Barely clear. He's clear. He's clear. He's going to get down in front of Baker. We'll have to see what happens here. I wonder if the 5 got into Ethan Ecker. We'll have to get a better view of that. We'll have to go right behind here and get the 5 car of Matthew Baker and go to that far chase. Slow that one down. Yeah, the 5's going to get into the right rear quarter panel of that 12. Well, let's go a little bit farther back and see. Because right there's the hole between the 5 and the 4, Brock Westmoreland. And you'll see Ethan Eckert squeeze in that gap here in just a second. And he cleared all safe right there. And looks like Baker just went to go to the third lane here. His left front gets into the 12 ever so slightly. And that's going to get the 12 loose. And he's going to snap maybe netcode almost maybe off the 661 maybe there. We'll have to go look at that just a little bit. The ride on board with Herbert here to see that one. And watch just in your top right of your screen, here comes the 12 down, and it looks like it's netcode because that car snapped right as soon as it went down. So I'm wondering if there was some netcode there between the 12 and the 661 that possibly is what caused it. So Baker clipped the 12 just a little bit, but I believe netcode was the reason why the 12 snapped loose up into the fence. So heavy damage here for Ethan Eckert. Show it to you one more time. There's the 5 getting into the 12 a little bit, and look at that. It just hooks his car right. So had to be some netcode there. That's kind of what I'm going to guess there on the 12 and the 661. We'll go to the cockpit view here. Slow that down and try to see that wheel input here for Ethan Eckert. There's where he gets caught, and maybe he did snap the wheel right and kind of got him loose a little bit there. But the 12 is killed, and he will have to get a fast repair if he has one left. Logan York wants to see the replay and see them go right into the wall. Well, we'll show that to you, Logan. One more time here. See Baker get out of line just a little bit. 12's going to hook up the track. Go right into the safer barrier. Heavy damage for the 5. As his hood is completely off his car. Heavy damage to the 12 as well. As we will go back live to the front of the field. And I'm thinking an overcorrection there by the 12 is ultimately what killed his car, because I think he would have been able to save it if he didn't overcorrect as much. Well, 18 laps to go here in just a second at the line as the pace car lights are now going off. 18 laps to go. There'll be 17 laps to go when we take the green flag again. That is the 5th caution of the night. It's just kind of been one of those nights. Cautions breeding cautions, and no green flag stops. And you'll have that sometimes here. Austin Green right now is your leader. Cody Niegels in 2nd. Jeff Merck 3rd. John Ward in 4th. And Devin Ray rounding out your top 5. Corey Cook in 6th. Landon Velicky is, well, I believe maybe, no, it's Landon Velicky being scored right now in 7th. Richard Elliott 8th. Dylan Jones 9th. Rounding out your top 10 is Mark Math. It could be a little bit different as you see them here on the track. As we will go green this time by. Oh, 18 laps to go, and we will find out which team will get themselves locked in to the championship race, which is the 10th race of the Big Dog, Little Dog Racing Series. And we talked earlier about that schedule. We will be heading to Daytona a week from tonight in the Craftsman Truck Series for 75 laps. Don't forget the championship race on October 13th at Talladega Superspeedway in these Xfinity Series cars. We will be going 125 laps that night, so 50 more laps than we're going tonight. That should be a good one. Pace car has dove off onto pit lane as Austin Green and Cody Neagles will lead them down as the 5th caution has ended. Green flag back in the air. Another lap in the books here at Talladega Superspeedway. 16 laps to go as the excitement is going to build up here. Austin Green, your leader here on the bottom. Right now he is leading Cody Neagles and Jeffrey Merck. John Ward's going to be hungry, so is Devin Ray. Those two are in the catbird seat right now because they are not locked in. Austin Green, Jeff Merck, and Cody Neagles all locked in. So it looks like the 2 and the 92 are the ones fighting for a position, as is Richard Elliott as well. Richard Elliott with Ethan Eckert and David Sheets. Richard Elliott now a good shot to lock his teammates into the championship race. 15 laps to go. Jeff Merck, Austin Green, your leaders. Matthew Baker mired back a little bit farther. He's going to have to make a comeback here tonight. We saw Zach Range battling up front. You see him now, 16th position here on the bottom. Tyler Vicker, we talked to him earlier tonight. He's being scored in 18th position. Some of these guys got to get up on the gas and get to the front as we dwindle these laps down here at Talladega. Veliky, he was up front early. He's making a comeback as well. You're going to see him right now scored in the 17th position. He's running in that high lane, looking to make a comeback all the way from the back as well. The 5's going to pull out to him. Those two have worked together here tonight just a little bit. As Matthew Baker is going to keep diving down to get some more draft help. Brock Westmoreland, another guy that's used that 3rd lane almost all night long. He's now connected with Dylan Basin. So here it comes, that 3rd lane as we're back to 3 wide racing here at Talladega. That's the racing we came here to see. 3 wide racing all the way through this main pack. We are about 9 or 10 rows deep. It is picking up here, and I'll tell you what, we have one wreck here near the front of this field. It's going to take just about everyone out. John Ward is surged to the front, into the middle now, all the way to the bottom. Is it going to be? He's going to stay in the middle. Nope, all the way to the bottom. He's going to take control of this race. John Ward, Dylan Jones to the middle. He has been on fire of late in a lot of these money races you have seen. That Dame Jones in the payout positions, blinking out a little bit on top. Dylan Basin, he comes back into the picture. Jeff Merck now pushes to 34 clear. He's now to the bottom. Opens up the door for now Brock Westmoreland with the big shove from Dylan Jones here on the high side. Getting word Ethan Eckert had some issues coming to get his fast repair, and it took all the gas out of his car, and his car would not start. That could be the end of the night for the 12 of Ethan Eckert. But I'll tell you what, he's got a teammate, Richard Elliott, right now in the top 10 as he's going to dig, and we have a wreck. Landon Veliky involved. Oh, multiple cars collected. Mark Vondell, Tyler Vickery, Joshua McCullough, Zach Range. You see the smoke billowing out from the 1-2-4 of Tyler Vickery. And man, tough break for Mark Vondell as well. we will go back to the replay of this one. Ooh, and there it is, right there in the middle of the pack. Joshua McCullough and Landon Velicky. Let's get a better look at what happened here. Rewind this one here. Here in the trial is where it's going to happen at. We'll see if we can get Matt Lee there. Yeah, there's Matt Lee in the center. I'll slow this one down. Watch the 26 machine there in the center in the blue, white, and black. He's going to be pushing the 3. Matthew Lee behind McCullough. See Matthew Baker here on the high side. It's going to come down for a side draft, maybe a little bit. Ooh. Back that one up one more time. 26 might have stayed in his lane. Came up maybe a little bit. The 5's going to definitely come down a little bit and get into the right side there of McCullough. So when the 5 comes down, collects the 26, it's going to shoot the 26 up to the track into Velicky. And luckily for the 5, he's going to actually get up to that 3rd lane and miss most of this. Matthew Lee's going to have to check up. He's going to have some right rear damage from the 71 machine, so show it to you guys one more time here in the tri-oval. My 5's just going to come down just a little bit. It's going to get into the McCullough, into Velicky. Matthew Lee, man, he does a great job there of avoiding the grunt of that wreck. Unbelievable job by Matt Lee. I'll tell you that right now. He might have a little damage in the right rear here from the 71 getting into him, but an excellent move by Matt Lee. Man, I want to get back and watch that one. We got to watch that one back in real time. And watch his reaction time here. We'll get into that cockpit cam. Matthew Lee, full speed here in the trial. Oh, an unbelievable save from Matt Lee. I'll tell you what, if he comes back to win this race or take it in the top 3, that's going to be the reason why. An unbelievable move there from the 04 Matt Lee. Man, we'll still have to see if we can get him up here to talk about that one. Excellent job there. And see if we can get a word right now with the 04 Matthew Lee. You got a copy. And it looks like Matt Lee is muted right now. We'll see if we can get a word with Matt Lee in just a second. And we'll show that to you one more time because...
Got me?
Yeah, we got you, man. I'll tell you what. I'm admiring your move here when that wreck happened to somehow avoid what happened right in front of you.
Yeah, it ended up in my lap, and yeah, I don't know what happened there. It didn't look good, but anyways, yeah, I was lucky to avoid it.
No, you did an excellent job. Awesome car control there. I mean, that car was coming right at your front end, right at your windshield, and you're able to somehow dodge a big bullet there. Maybe a little bit of a damage to your rear end from the 71 that was on the high side when you had to go make that move up there. But I'll tell you what, right now, you're being scored, I believe, in the 14th position. It's been a heck of a race. I'll tell you what, there has been no patience here out of any driver tonight from the drop of this green flag. But your team's locked in. You guys locked yourself in last week. Is it just going out there, getting wins, getting the money spots right now? Is that the goal?
Yeah, I mean, that's the only thing we got to play for. So, you know, we got nothing to lose right here. You know, I definitely don't need to cause a second wreck and get an EOL like Baker just did there. So that's something I've got to keep in mind for sure.
No, absolutely. Well, we wish you luck here the rest of the way tonight, and good luck. Hopefully we'll be talking to you guys and see if you guys can get back to victory lane.
Yeah, appreciate it.
That was Matthew Lee, teammates of Danny Barnes, Tucker McClendon. They are locked in, and they are free rolling here tonight. Gonna try to get another victory here in the Little Dog, Big Dog series as we get set to go back green. It's Jeff Merck here on point. 10 laps to go. We're going to have 9 to go when we hit the line. Jeff Merck from Punta Gorda, Florida, in that red, black, camo, gray car is going to lead him down. Dylan Jones to his outside, and we are back on. 9 laps to go at Talladega. EOL to Matthew Baker there on that last wreck. I'm not sure if he got one earlier. I believe he did not. Trying to keep track of all the cautions here tonight. It's kind of hard. We've had quite a few of them. Let's hope we can go green. I'd love to see a green flag race the rest of the way. I do not know about the rule. I know there were some rule changes over here, Big Roost, but not exactly sure on what they are. I'll have to get myself a little bit better well-versed on those rules. 2x2 here. As Austin Green now going to be leading the bottom lane. Brock Westmoreland here. It's about time that Ford machine now here. You've seen him in the third lane all night here. Now you see him in the bottom with 8 laps to go. Third lane is going now. It's going to be led by Corey Cook. Oh, there goes Devin Ray. Devin Ray to the high side. Nothing to lose for Devin tonight. He's got to go get his team locked into the championship. Chase Mistretta not in the field. Joey Galati struggling just a little bit right now. So Devin Ray's going to take matters into his own hand. It's the 2 machine getting pushed by Cook here on the high side. Let's see if they can make a run here to the front as we get to the tri-oval. Merck is still going to be leading here on the bottom. Drag racing with Jones to the line. Ooh, wow, Devin Ray actually might have led that lap. Devin Ray in that third lane are here. Cook and Basin, Math, and Veliky all doing a great job right now. And that is all that 2 wants to see is many more cars in that lane. Here goes Vicente Guerrero, Ethan Eckert as well. So right now, I'll tell you what, Devin Ray's going to be pleased with what he sees in his rear view mirror. As long as he can keep that 61 machine of Cook cool. Well, all the lanes are going to have that trouble here right now as they are nose to tail all the way through the field yet again. Ooh, trouble out back just a little bit. Looks like McCullough into somebody. He's going to go off the apron as Vickery, but back on. And on to the track, so no caution here, 6 laps to go. Now, here at Talladega, still 3 wide. Devin Ray, Jeff Merck, Austin Green. Who's it gonna be here tonight? Cody Neagles, Dylan Jones, Corey Cook in the second lane. John Ward, he's gotta be hungry as well, as is Brock Westmoreland, Dylan Basin. Man, all these cars touching nose to tail here. Man, I'm excited up here in the booth. As you can tell in my voice, I'm getting amped up as each lap ticks off. I hope all you viewers have stuck around to watch this one. On PGR eSports, it's week number 4. Which team's going to lock themselves in next? That lap looks like it's going to go to Austin Green. Getting pushed by Cody Neagles, and I'll tell you what, Cody, one of the best pushers in this game. 5 laps to go as he's going to collect his temperatures on back. There is no 4th lane right now, but I wouldn't doubt there becoming a 4th lane very soon because there's nowhere else for these drivers to go on back. And I'm sure they're all going to be hungry to get to victory lane here tonight. And I am wondering if Baker did have some sort of second EOL in hold because he's showing now way off pace, about 38 some seconds behind everybody. So it could have been some sort of drive-through penalty. Not exactly sure. 4 laps to go here. Austin Green leads here in the middle. Cody Neagles on the bottom. Devin Ray still sticking to his guns here in the high lane. He's going to need a great push from Corey Cook to get the job done here tonight. But when Cook has temps, that too goes right to the front. There he goes, side drafting hard with the 33 here into turn number 3. Austin Green, I almost called him Austin Dillon, to the bottom lane there. Murk here in the 60 car into the middle lane. He's going to lead that. Dylan Jones, I know he's not going to want to sit there and be content with running second fiddle. He's going to see if he can push that 60 far enough. 87's off the pace. Is he going to come back into the track? He doesn't. No caution as Jonathan Herbert went for a spin in the grass. Man, I want to see this thing go all the way to the end if it can. Awesome racing here at Talladega Superspeedway. Austin Green's been fast all night. Embry-Riddle University, stand up, because your boy is leading them all right here. But here goes Dylan Jones. He didn't want to waste any time. He gets to the top lane, getting a strong push from the 2 of Devin Ray. Dylan Jones looking to stay hot at Talladega. Barely clear of Jeff Merck, but he is. Ward gets a little bit loose here. 3 laps to go. It's going to be 2 to go when we hit the line. Dylan Jones, a great move to the high side, then back on down here to the middle. He's going to go all the way to the bottom end of the yellow lane, or to the yellow line. Dylan Jones leads that lap. 2 laps to go here at Talladega. If we get to the white flag, this one will be official. Which team's going to lock themselves in? Jeff Merck wants to win, but his team's in. Austin Green wants to win as well. He's teammates with Jeff Merck. They already are locked in. Dylan Jones trying to put himself in position to win this race. A big wreck on back, and hey, we got a Vicente Guerrero. And I'm sorry, I was looking at the team list for just a minute, and as soon as I do, we get a caution. So scratch getting to the white flag. We are heading to green-white checkers here tonight. And I believe Vicente Guerrero might have been part of this wreck, and there he goes. So we'll go to the slow motion cam. Just the classic stack up right there. Guerrero into the outside. He's going to get in the base and put him into the wall. It's going to turn Mark Math. And there goes Richard Elliott as well. And then Basin comes, almost hooks Guerrero right there. So not sure if he just couldn't stay off of him or what. But Vicente Guerrero, damage to his rear end. Mark Math, Richard Elliott hard into the wall as well. Right behind Vicente Guerrero. Mark Math again. Heavy damage for him. Tyler Vickery, he has had a rough night here. Also caught up in this one, man. He has been in almost every wreck here tonight. Ethan Eckert as well. Richard's teammate here in the Little Dog, Big Dog series. More trouble for him here tonight. I wonder if that's going to be opening the door for Matthew Baker to somehow get back into this race. Evan Carlbahn, you see there at the end of this one, also caught up in the wreck. Austin Green, your leader. And we are going to go head to NASCAR overtime here tonight. 7 cautions. So 7 cautions. It's been a up and down race here tonight, unfortunately. Some exciting racing, but a lot of tore up race cars. We will step aside real quick. We'll be back here with the first attempt at a green-white checkered.
Green flag is in the air. We are racing. Three by three. Oh, trouble! Around goes Alex Hill. On into the outside wall goes Hill. They're wrecking big time out back. We're not going to throw a caution. To the finish. Who gets it in the line? Cody Nagels wins it at Talladega.
Back here at Talladega Superspeedway, it's the PGR eSports Network. Tonight's the McCullough Motorsports Little Dog, Big Dog Series, week number 4. And week number 4, we have seen it all from many wrecks. And man, just it's been a heck of a night. But I'll tell you one thing that has been solid, and that has been the driver of the 33 machine from Embry-Riddle University. It's Austin Green. Austin Green, you got a copy?
Yeah, what's up, Mike?
Man, you know, first of all, I got to tell you one thing. You got that new mic, and the first time I heard you in that new mic, man, it sounded so much different. I didn't even recognize it at first that it was you, but things sounds good, man, and I'll tell you what, that race car is hot, super fast here tonight. You've been the class of the field. What's it going to take to get it done?
Give me just one sec, Mike. Taking the outside, by the way. Well, man, I don't know. Probably quite a bit of luck. Things have been going really good all night. Kind of feels like a change from what it's been the last couple weeks. But, I mean, Cody and Merck have been probably the main reason I've been able to stay up here. They've been doing a heck of a job pushing. So we'll see what happens. You know how these last couple laps go. But, man, I'm really just hoping to stay in the top 6. I'd love to win it, but I just don't want to get turned or wrecked out again.
Yeah, it's always nice to see the finish line. Well, your team's locked in. You and Jeff Merck are locked in. So is Cody Neagles, and that's the top 3. So these guys behind you, that's going to be the problem. They're going to be hungry for that win to lock themselves in the championship. So, you know, hopefully you'll be able to keep all 4 tires here on this track and try to somehow get to victory lane and get your team that second win. So good luck doing that. Hope to get you back up here in the booth to get in the victory lane here tonight.
Yeah, hope so. Thanks, Mike.
That was your race leader, going to be Austin Green. Austin Green, what a run it has been for him so far here tonight as we move him back down to where he's got to go. And his team is locked in, so, you know, it'll be interesting to see. This is going to be a very interesting rest of this race, this overtime race right here, because here's the situation. Jeff Merck, Austin Green, they are locked in. So is the 6 at Cody Neagles. Their teams are all locked in. They're racing for money. Dylan Jones, he's being scored in 4th. John Ward in 5th. They are not locked in. They need a win to lock them. Well, I don't even know if Dylan Jones is part of the... No, Dylan Jones is not running as a team. So Dylan Jones out there, he's just running for a payday. So he's going to do what it takes. John Ward actually might be in the catbird seat. Devin Ray as well for... You know, the next man up if all these other guys, you know, they win the race. So we'll see. The green flag back out. Embry-Riddle University's Austin Green leads them down. Jeff Merck here on the bottom. John Ward pushing hard. He might know it. He might not have to win to lock his team in. 2 laps to go here at Talladega. It's the first attempt of 3 at a green-white checkered finish. Austin Green, you heard him. He just wants to get to the finish. We'll see if it happens. 2 by 2 right now. No takers yet to the 3rd lane. A great push from the 6 to the 33. They have a lot of chemistry together, so I don't see that 6 moving out on him just yet unless he absolutely has to. The 2 of Devin Ray might be in a drag race with that 92 of John Ward for that championship race position. This is going to get very interesting as we head into the Tri-Oval. No 3 wide. Things have calmed down just in time for, I guess, what would be the last lap. Tri-Oval's here if we get that white flag. This one will be official, and it will. Austin Green drag racing with his teammate Jeffrey Merck right now. Those 2 guys, I'll tell you what, they don't want to move. They're going to be splitting these winnings here tonight. Is Cody Neagles going to make a move on Austin Green? That remains to be seen as a 3rd lane is forming. Is it coming is the question. Joshua McCullough, Matthew Lee, Matthew Baker. There goes Corey Clark. Or Corey Cook, I'm sorry, Corey Cook to the high side. He's getting a strong push from Joshua McCullough. Is it going to be too little, too late? The side draft is on Austin Green. There goes Cody and Eagles. Cody and Eagles to the outside. They're going to wreck behind Jeff Merck. Cody and Eagles, drag race. It looks like the 60's going to get it, and the 60 does. Jeff Merck gets it done at Talladega. The 60 in that fresh PGR paint, PGR 500. Jeff Merck gets it done over his teammate Austin Green. That's a win for that team. 1 and 2. You couldn't script it much better for them here tonight. Their other teammate Christopher Carter in 24th position. So a first, second, and 24th, and 2 wins here on the season for Team 11, Jeff Merck, Austin Green, Chris Carter. Cody Neagles, I'll tell you what, he made the move to try to win the race, as he should have. Not sure what happened behind him. We'll have to go and see. But Cody Neagles, he'll be in 3rd place, and that'll round out your podium. And a great finish as well for Landon Velicky in 4th and Danny Barnes in 5th. So let's go through this field. Jeff Merck already locked in. Austin Green already locked in. Cody Neagles locked in as well. And Landon Velicky, he's burning them down too, because that just put his team into the championship race. Logan York was watching earlier. I wonder if he's watching now, because the 62 machine just sent him, Mark Math, to the championship race here in the McCullough Motorsports Little Dog Big Dog Series. Jeff Merck, your race winner. What a race here tonight. We will try to pull up finishing results here. And there you see them. Still burning it down to the teammates of Merck and Green. But Jeff Merck, your winner here tonight. Austin Green 2nd, Cody Neagles in 3rd. Landon Velicky gets his team locked in. He's happy. He finishes in 4th. Danny Barnes in 5th. And Danny Barnes, his team was already locked in, so I'm sure he is happy. Kenneth McCullough Jr. finishes in 6th. Jared Haynes 7th. Tyler Vickery 8th. J.R. Miller came back from early trouble. He'll get a top 10 in 9th. Corey Cook in 10th. Evan Carlbon in 11th. Joey Allen 12th. Matthew Lee 13th. Brock Westmoreland 14th. Jonathan Herbert in 15th. Richard Elliott 16th. Matthew Baker 17th. Dylan Jones 18th position. In 19th here tonight, Devin Ray, not the finish he wanted to see after he was up front. Dylan Basin in 20th. John Ward as well. Trouble for him. We'll have to go back to that last lap wreck. 21st for John Ward. Vicente Guerrero 22nd. Joshua McCall at 23rd. Christopher Carter 24th. Mark Math 25th. Joey Galati 26th. Christopher McCall at 27th. Ethan Eckert 28th. Mark Vondell 29th. Zachary Range 30th. 31st tonight, James Waring, Sean Corbett in 32nd. Justin Mills in 33rd. And Keith Job, I believe, did not make the race here tonight. So, yeah, that is your finishing order here tonight. Jeff Merck getting the job done here tonight. And we'll take you back to that last lap wreck, because there was a big wreck here. And we'll get to it. We're going to have to hide this results screen real quick. And let's see if we could go. We'll go pick Matthew Baker out of this bunch and see if we could see what happens on the chopper cam behind him. We'll go slow motion here. Ooh, Jared Haynes looks like he gets loose there. Ooh, there it is. McCullough and Cook, yeah, they're going to get into it. Corey Cook. And that's going to wreck him up right there. Dylan Jones turned as well from a money position. And that's a 3-horse race from there. Cody Neagles almost has no, yeah, Cody Neagles has no chance because the teammates are going to get together there. That opens up the door for Velicky. Look at the ride for Landon Velicky. Man, Danny Barnes might have thought he was going to get to 4th place here tonight. But Landon Velicky is going to be the man right there, and we'll have to go right on board. Oh, look at him drifting through the infield grass. Comes back onto the track, crosses that start-finish line in 4th to lock his team in. And even if Danny Barnes was able to pass him, he would have been locked in regardless. Well, we're going to have to go back and see what the heck that 62 machine saw because, man, he made a great move to get his team locked in. What a job by the 62 of Landon Velicky. We are going to show that one again. I mean, he is not going to get a money spot. He's not going to get his team locked in. And then watch. He is going to go all the way to 4th and get his team locked into the championship. Man, what a drive there from the man from Lake Martin, Alabama, Landon Velicky. Man, wow, what a move. He might have not won the race, but I'm sure he feels like he won it here tonight. Unbelievable job there by Landon Velicky. Jeff Merck, your winner here tonight. Great win here for the 60 car. He spent a lot of the night up front there and gets the job done here. As we will try to get some interviews here tonight with your top 3. And they are all waiting in the waiting room. And we will start with your 3rd place finisher here tonight. It's the 6, Cody Neagles. You got a copy. Cody Neagles. I believe he is muted. We'll have to see if he hears me. And right now we'll check out Cody Neagles here on the last lap. And we'll see the move that Cody did make. And it was a good move here by Cody. You see him right there. He has no shot to win the race. He's going to come up here to the 3rd lane as he sees Corey Cook coming. Corey Cook going to give him a great shove here, but they all kind of start wrecking behind. And, you know, like I said earlier, the 60 and the 33 are teammates here tonight. And as soon as Cook got turned, Cody almost had no chance to get to that P1 spot. But we'll see if we have a word with him now. Cody Neagles, you got a copy?
Yeah, it looked like this channel might have something set up to where it was just push to talk, so I had to map that real quick.
Got it. Yeah, well, we're just taking a look here at that last, lap coming out of turn number 4. Looks like you went to make a race-winning move and try to get around those teammates, and rightfully so. But unfortunately, the 61 was turned, and after that, it was a drag race. But you know, you're drag racing 2 guys on the same team here in this series, and nothing you could do there to get to P1.
Yeah, I was trying to help Jeff and Austin both. You know, we were all kind of trying to take care of each other. I think they're late. And I told Austin that, I was going to try to plan to push him to the win. But then I kept an eye on the 3rd, and it was going to be a point of if the 3rd really didn't have much steam and it made no sense for me to go, then I was content just pushing Austin there. If the 3rd had enough of a run to where, hey, I thought I could maybe make the race-winning move, then I was going to take it. It looked like that could have been the race-winning move, and then I move up, and it looked like it might have spooked Corey Cook a little bit. He moves up the track, and then Josh tries to split him 4 wide, and it just causes a big wreck there.
Well, that it did, but you do come home with a 3rd place finish, and your team is already locked into the championship race. So, not a bad day at the office for you guys. But, watching this race here tonight, it looked like from the drop of the green flag that there was no patience here tonight. It looked like 3 wide from the start to the finish. What can you attribute that to?
I think it has to do with where we've seen our community grow in the last, say, year, where a year ago we were having trouble, getting 10 drivers in some of the races, and it looked like the life of the community was sucked out of it, and we were on life support. but we are breathing new air, and we can attribute that to several things. But with that, I think we have a lot more talented community than we had a year ago or 2 years ago. And I think track position is more of a key where it used to be about the team racing and team numbers. Now it's more about track position, and it's like a big chess match. You can't really sandbag to the back of the field the whole race and then expect to just make a run at the end. You've got to get up front, stay up front, and if you lose track position once, then you probably aren't going to see the front again.
Well, there you heard it from Cody himself, one of the best here in the Super Speedway Money Racing community. Cody, come up with that third place finish. Your team's already locked in here, getting close to that halfway point. I believe we are practically going to be there after the next race, but we got still a little bit of the season here to go. I was looking at the schedule here earlier tonight. If I'm not mistaken, I see the 87s at Atlanta, man. Is that something you guys are looking forward to? Because I have yet to see that here in the Money Racing community.
Oh boy, yeah, I'm probably going to have to practice that a little bit. That one's going to be a tough one for sure. You get a track that wears heavily on the tires and is more of a skill-based track on the super speedway side with a car that's also more skill-based. It's going to make a combination of probably having to treat it truly as an intermediate race. So yeah, I think the ones that will have the most success will be the ones that do their homework and run and turn the most laps before the race. We'll see if that comes to fruition. I'm looking forward to it, and so far it's been a fun season.
Well, we appreciate talking to you here tonight. Before we let you go, anyone you want to thank and or shout out?
Of course, it always has to start with you, Broadcast and Mike, PGR eSports for everything you guys do, Kenny McCullough and McCullough Motorsports for putting this great series on. I want to thank my teammates, Tyler Vickery, Zach Range. Having a lot of fun running with those guys, and hopefully we can make a run at this championship this season.
All right. Well, we appreciate talking to you. Go celebrate, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was your third place finisher here tonight, the sixth machine of Cody Neagles, getting the payout spots done here in the third place position. Team already locked in, and the runner-up position here tonight goes to Austin Green and that 33 machine. Austin, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, man, you weren't able to get the top spot, but it doesn't really matter when your teammate gets the job done. Man, tell us about this run you guys are on. It's one heck of a team you guys got here.
Yeah, Jeff's on a heater for sure. I think that's his second win, and we're not even halfway through the season yet. So it was cool to see him win, but, man, I am so happy that I'm not even mad about the loss. I'm not mad that Cody split me. I'm just so happy that I was not caught up in that final wreck.
Yeah, it's a good day. There's a lot of cars caught up in that one. We actually got a chance to speak to Cody just before you, and I think he was going to be content with sticking behind you, but that third was coming, and it was pretty strong, and rightfully so. He did make the move, and could have been a drag race there to the line if Cook was not turned. But luckily for you guys, once that wreck happened behind you, it's you two and Cody, and he really doesn't have a chance at that point.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. If I was Cody and I saw the run, I might have took it too. So it is what it is for that part of it. But, I mean, I was not only happy with the finish, but it was cool to kind of just get back out and get the practice. I didn't get to race last week, was getting some things with the PC fixed up. But, I was trying to figure out half the race, how to push everybody right. Every time I thought I was doing it right, I watched the lane on my inside or outside just march right on by. So I think I finally had it figured out by the end, but, I mean, luckily I didn't have to worry about really doing the pushing at the end. Cody was taking care of that. So, overall, I mean, that was a good race.
Yeah, it looked like it was a good race. Little bit caution filled there. Everyone kind of seemed like they were, racing really, really hard. But, Daytona International Speedway live in real life NASCAR this week, and we know you're pretty close by to there. You going to be heading any of the races this week?
Hopefully. I was looking to go to the Xfinity race. I know that right now there's a pretty high chance of rain on all 3 days, so we'll wait till it gets closer to see if it's just going to be the typical afternoon thunderstorms or if it's going to be a washout. But, yeah, hopefully get to go to those, and then next Sunday after the races get to come race on here again.
Well, we appreciate you joining us here tonight. And before we let you go, Austin, you want to thank and or shout out anyone?
Yeah, I got to shout out the teammates that I'm working with, of course, for this series, Jeff Merck and Chris Carter. big help, Jeff. I know Chris unfortunately had his race end early in a couple crashes, but Jeff, a lot of help tonight, telling me what to do in certain situations and working with me. He did a great job. I'm glad he won, so shout out to him for that. Shout out to McCullough Motorsports, everything they do putting this series on, and of course, being my teammates for any other series besides this. Thank you for doing the broadcast. Do a heck of a job, and I know we'll probably see you tomorrow night for the Little Guys series as long as they have a race. And thanks to Cody, of course, for pushing at the end. And thanks to everybody else. Got a lot of practice tonight, and hopefully using this practice for the College Series opener here in, I think, about a month's time, which is at Daytona. So looking forward to that.
All right, Austin. Well, we appreciate talking to you here tonight. Go enjoy that runner-up finish, and we'll see you again here in a week from today.
Yes, sir. Thanks, Mike.
That was your runner-up, Austin Green. And Austin Green getting the job done here for his team tonight. And we are going to bring in the man of the hour. I believe that is his second win on the season in only 4 races. It's the 60 of Jeff Merck. You got a copy? And Jeff Merck is muted. We are having a little bit of a mute problem when we are getting these guys up into the booth. Not exactly sure why, but we will try to sort that out before the next time. And I'm going to bring Jeffrey Merck into a different room. Jeff Merck, you got a copy?
I do, Mr. Triscaro. What's up?
Oh, man. Well, you tell me what's up, man. That's 2 wins in 4 races, I believe, for you and your team. And, man, another great race out of you and your team here tonight. Tell us about it.
Yeah, it was a lot of good communication between me and Austin Green about controlling lines and who we wanted pushing on restarts and what we needed to do as far as now's a good time to move up, no, stay down, stay up. Just keeping temperatures where we wanted them on the cars behind us, where we could control the lines and keep guys behind us. And luckily, when that third line got the run, it kind of went up, kind of tried to split 4, kind of caused a bit of a wreck coming through the tri-oval. I moved back down in front of my teammate to give him the draft, and we finished 1-2.
Well, yeah, it was an excellent job. You guys spent a lot of time racing in the top 5 tonight, and by the looks of it, it's probably the place to be because there was a lot of intensity here tonight, it looked like, from the drop of the green flag, and a lot of impatient drivers. Was that the goal, to kind of just stay ahead of the chaos?
Yeah, once you get up front, you really don't want to do anything to give up that track position, because the simple fact is if you get mauled back into the back and then, like you said, the chaos ensues, it just starts, then you're at the mercy of the wrecks, and can you luckily get through them or, without any damage. So once you get up front, you have to try to stay up there.
Well, that you guys did, and when everyone started wrecking behind you here on the last lap, it looked like it was going to be a 3-horse race, but luckily for you, Merck, Cody had no chance because he didn't have any teammates up there, and luckily for you, had Austin Green file in behind you to get the job done. But great job here tonight from you and your team. You guys have been locked in that championship, and now you're just cashing in more of that money, and we always like to see that. But before we let you go here tonight, Merck, anyone you want to thank and or shout out?
Yeah, first and foremost, my loving wife inside. She normally watches the broadcast, and she's watching this one as well. The PGR eSports is the new sponsor on my Xfinity car. Well, it's really on all my cars, the Xfinity car, truck, and Cup car. The PGR 500, the best race on sim racing. Go over to PGR eSports, sign up for that. Matt Baker for painting this car for me. NBG, having people like Matt Baker and Michael Triscaro in your corner, you can't go wrong for sim. I appreciate all the help you guys give me. PGR Broadcasting for you broadcasting these races, Kenny for putting this together. My teammates, Austin Green and Chris Carter. We did a lot of good communicating tonight. Sorry for Chris for getting caught up in that early wreck and getting a lap down. He fought all night trying to get it back, and he fought all night. So we're real proud of him for that, and real proud of Austin Green for all the communication we did tonight. So I'm sure he got a little better tonight. So.
Well, Merck, we appreciate you talking to us here in the booth, and we'll probably see you guys in Victory Lane a couple more times the way you guys are running. We appreciate it. Go celebrate, and we'll talk soon.
All right, thanks, buddy.
That was your race winner, Jeff Merck. Another win for him and another win for his team as the McCullough Motorsports Little Dog, Big Dog Series will head into week number 5 next week, a week from here tonight, and to the Daytona Beach, Florida, Daytona International Speedway for 75 laps in the Craftsman Truck Series. And that should be a good one. We'll see if it's under the lights there or not. But we will be on the call from PGR eSports. We cannot wait to call all that action for all of the viewers. And thanks to all those viewers here tonight, everyone that got in the chat. Already 135 views and counting. Make sure if you are watching to hit that subscribe button. We need everybody to subscribe to the PGR eSports Network. And Jeff Merck, the man with the plan and the man on top of the board here today. Austin Green finishes in second. Cody Neagles, the third one on the podium. And it was an eventful race. Lots of cautions, but some really good racing. Some really good 3-wide racing and a great finish here tonight. So for myself, Michael Triscaro, here at PGR Esports, we will see you all soon. Thank you.